I am gonna make some spicy pork butt. We can turn it into some tacos and do some creative things with it. The problem is, could take anywhere from 8 to 12 hours to cook, and I am notoriously horrible at timing food. Shit's either done 9 hours before it's supposed to be or at midnight. So I'm gonna get an early start. We're gonna head over to Kroger. I like to get meat at Costco, but that's just not an option at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go grab myself a boneless pork butt. We'll get it all seasoned up, we'll get it on the grill, and if it's done early, it's done early. I'd rather have it be done early than have people standing around wondering where the food is. Picked up an 8.5 pound pork butt. I gotta get that seasoned. We're gonna coat it in Cholula, do all those things. But first I gotta get this grill ready. It is clean. We cleaned it up for the last cook, and the last cook was inside of a container, so the grill is clean. But we're gonna use a whole bunch of charcoal in this cook, so I need to make sure it's topped off. And that's probably my biggest complaint about this grill. I absolutely love the Masterbuilt Gravity series. You get all the flavor of charcoal and all the convenience of a pellet grill. It's gonna maintain temperature. I don't have to worry about a fire. I've got too many things going on anyway. The problem is this hopper is not very big and charcoal burns. We had this situation when I made this pork butt a year and a half ago. In the middle of the night, it ran out of charcoal. I woke up in the morning, it was cold, it was a disaster. So now I'm gonna top this thing off and we're gonna check in on it every couple hours to make sure that does not happen. I am gonna top it off with some B&B lump charcoal. And then we have some Fogo. What is incredible about the Fogo is some of the chunks that you will get. I mean, this is a tree. So we're gonna get this topped off, then we will get inside, get that pork butt ready to go. Once this hits temperature, about 250 degrees, we'll get it on and then we just chill and make sure it doesn't run out of charcoal. We have got the grill heating up. That's got to get to 250. In the meantime, we have to get this 8.5 pound bone-in pork shoulder or pork butt, whatever you want to call it, ready to go. The only thing I'm going to do is get rid of some of this fat on the top here. We don't really need that. We're making tacos out of this. I don't want that sort of grizzly type fat. A lot of this would cook off, but even then I don't want this fat. So we're gonna get rid of some of this fat. Then we're gonna coat it in Cholula as our binder, and we're just gonna use this Suckle Busters fajita seasoning. We're gonna coat the hell out of it, throw it on there. It's gonna be on there for about 8 hours or so. Then we'll wrap it and do a few other things, but let's get this cleaned up. We'll get this seasoned. I don't have my gloves, which is gonna be gross for me, but that is what it is. And then we will get it on the grill. So I'm just shaving some of this away. I don't have a good paring knife. If you do, this is a much easier process, but we're just shaving some of this away. You can see just this gross fat. I don't want this. If we're making a brisket, it's a very different situation, but we're doing Mexican pulled pork, and this serves no purpose.
Moving your body, come on, feel the beat. Let it get stronger. Come on, dance with me. Give me the feels, feel the power. The music sounds fine to me. Playing in the magic, coming back into my dream. Get up, I want out to win you. I know you're feeling right.
We've got this all seasoned up. I'm gonna let it sit here for about 5-10 minutes like this. As soon as that grill is good at 250, we'll get this on and we'll just let it ride. I might spritz it if it looks like it's getting a little too dry. Tiffany's recording me because she's making fun of me and thinks I'm a loser with the microphone. So, you know what, here. This is what, oh no, go ahead, pull it back up. That's what I thought. So anyway, get yourself a supportive wife like I have. She's doing it again. Okay? Get yourself a supportive wife like I have, and you could accomplish anything that you could ever want or need to accomplish. Because behind every successful man is a strong, supportive woman making fun of him for taking videos while cooking with a microphone on. So we're gonna get this on there when the grill is ready to go. We're cruising at 250. We just put this on. So we're gonna leave this. We're gonna let it ride. I am gonna put a probe in there. Gotta keep an eye on it. Once it gets to the 170s-ish, we'll wrap it up, throw some more seasoning on it, get some butter on there, and make sure it gets a ton of flavor. But this is just gonna chill for the rest of the day. It's about 8:30. So we've got a whole lot of time to go still. Let's take a look at how our pork is doing. All right, it looks good. We have bark. Not quite. This has been on for about 4 hours. The internal temp is 153. Once that internal is about 170, 180, we got to get past the stall. We'll go ahead and wrap it. Now that we're at 170-ish internal, we're gonna wrap it. The rest of this time is just gonna be to break this down, get it so it's shreddable, and it's that texture that we all know and love for pulled pork. So we're gonna wrap it, and it's gonna braise itself. We're gonna put some chicken broth in the bottom here, and as that cooks, as that comes up, it'll hit this top, steam, and then just sort of work over the top of this and break it all down. We're also gonna add a little more hot sauce, a little more seasoning, and some butter, because butter is delicious. So let's go ahead, add our chicken broth. I just got this one. You don't need to fill it up all the way. There's still a lot of juices that are going to come out of the pork butt itself. I'm not adding this whole box, maybe half. We'll get some more hot sauce back on top. Coat this. I did not spray this or anything like that while it was on the grill. So we do have some bark here on top. That's all gonna go away, right? That bark will be gone because this is gonna be steaming in a pan essentially. And we'll add some more seasoning and then our butter. And then it's gonna go back on for hours until it's 200 and something degrees internal. And then my probe just slides right through it without any resistance at all. As this melts, it'll drip down the side. My fat ass doesn't need any more butter, but here we are. Now we're just gonna wrap it in foil. May need to do 2 pieces. This is just gonna go back on exactly like this. We're gonna put the probe back in it. If it's taking too long, I can crank up the temp. Because this is protected, it's not gonna burn. If it's going too fast, I can lower the temp. And this is the type of thing that we really can't overcook. Pork is very forgiving. Sure, you can blow it, but for the most part, even if it's in there a little too long, it won't dry out. We've got plenty of stuff going on here. We're gonna get this back on the grill. I'm not touching it. The grill's gonna stay at 250 at another 3-4 hours, but let's go get this back on the grill. And now it's just a waiting game until people get here and this is ready to shred. All right, we should be good here. The internal temperature is 202 degrees on this thermometer. So now the real test is just, does this go in and out of meat without any pressure? And the answer is yes. So we're gonna take this off, let it rest, and then shred the absolute crap out of it. Sual Abayev pretty much dominated this fight. It was pretty exciting. Some boring wrestling exchanges, but for the most part, pretty good fight. This just needs to rest, like a half an hour, 45 minutes, just needs to rest and cool off. And then we'll get the claws and we'll shred the hell out of it, and then we can make our tacos. All right, this should be ready. The test is always, how does that bone pull out? And it pulls out.
I don't.
Clean. Clean. And now we're just gonna shred this. I've never used these claws before.
You're supposed to have them the other way, dude.
I've never used the claws before, I told you.
Oh my god, dude.
Are you supposed to have them the other way?
We can't even reshoot this. Yeah, come on, dude. Be Wolverine for me. You ever watch Jeez.
No, I'm not a...
Put it together and let's reshoot this.
What about me makes you think comic book nerd?
Maybe that.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, put it together. We gotta reshoot it again.
All right, let's try a piece, dude. This is still hot to touch.
Looks so
All right,
good.
up. Oh shit, it is good. I'm gonna finish shredding. We're gonna taco supplies, and everybody can make their own tacos. We got our pulled pork, all that beautiful smoke ring. We got our pico, cilantro, onions. Jacob made a proper plate.
Hey, you got
Tortilla cheese, and
got,
some of the juices if you want to moisten up a little.